body bags where horror lies.
Brian Landis Falkins. Why do I always forget that name? Welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I'll be doing my number one film of 2020, which was Rent-A-Pal. This was a John Stevenson directed movie. And with Mr. Falkins, as I just mentioned, and Will Wheaton. Those are the main two guys. So, yeah, we follow a man. I'll just call it Falkins and Wheaton. It sounds like Plunkett and McLean. But, yeah, we follow a man. Very lonely man. He's somewhere in his, like, mid to late 30s, probably, or something like that. Possibly early 40s. I'd say mid late 30s. Yeah, he's very lonely, and he's a carer for his mother, who's a dementia sufferer. Yeah. This is a movie that's quite light on the horror for the first two acts, but then it does come into its own on the third act, and for me it's definitely horror. It's just very light to start with, as in non-existent to start with. But it's very creepy and eerie, and you can feel something building, which is great. So it's set in the 80s, where you have like your video dating. And this is how Falkins, I can't remember the character's name, being so lonely, he's like, this is a chance for him to meet someone. He's just desperate to find a girlfriend, basically. We see this kind of like this really nice kind of monologue where he's explaining, like, really beautifully why he's lonely and how it is caring for his mother, who he loves, but it's hard work. And then the guy at the end's like, that's too fast, I need to wrap this up. And we need to do it again really quick. And then so his actual video, he's like really trying to fly through things. The camera guy is speeding him up. He can't think properly, throws all this rubbish together, says the wrong thing. But these places, they don't care. They're like, yeah, that's good, that's perfect, brilliant. Got it in under 10 seconds, 20 seconds or something. And that's good. So it's kind of like he's getting like no luck whatsoever. But when he's at the till, when he's paying for this sort of thing, there's this box, and this thing has got Rent-A-Pal on there, and it's Will Wheaton, and it's really well done. It's very clever. So it's Will Wheaton. He's sat on a sofa, and it's kind of orchestrated like he's having a conversation with you. Obviously, he's not. It's on video. It's not trying to say that he is having a conversation at all. It's literally just Will Wheaton on a video, leaving spaces for answers and then trying to kind of lead the conversation further and guess what the answers are. And Falcon becomes obsessed with this video, and he's watching it over and over and over again. It's kind of very well edited, how it's all put together, so it kind of makes it look like they are having conversations, and this is his best friend. And yeah, you can see things starting to get a little bit dark. It's like he's just completely obsessing, and it's like his life is almost revolving around this video. He's starting to neglect his mother a little bit, which is his main focus is his mother, but his focus is on this video. He actually does get some luck, and he has someone that wants to meet up. He had this a little earlier in the film, but it kind of went wrong, and so his depression starts. He didn't get to meet them. He was so excited, and then it's like, oh no, they've been matched up already, and so his depression gets worse. So I think that's why he seeps more into this video seeps more into his conscious, almost, to become a best friend for him. But the original person actually gets, they're like, no, I want to meet him again. And I think it's ice skating that they go, and they hit it off really well. It's going great. And then we go back, he puts his video in to tell Will about what's going on. And it's really clever. It's like that he's no good for you, all this sort of thing. But the tape is obviously not saying, but he's become that warped that he thinks the tape is telling him that he can't go out with her anymore. And that's when it takes the turn. It starts slipping down, and we're not going to go into the third act. That's the horror part of the movie. Bit strange for reviewing body bags, not reviewing the horror part. But I want to leave that bit open. I want to just kind of walk you up to that point, and then so encourage people to watch this and then to see how it all plays out. But I thought this was fantastic. The performances were incredible in this one. Will Wheaton gets some shit, but he was perfectly cast for this. How he is, it's just perfect. And yeah, the casting was on point. It was brilliant. And the combination of the mother and the son, like the parental swap where she becomes the child, she's suffering with dementia, and his struggles and how he's given up his life of everything just to look after her. It's really well done. It's kind of it's heart-wrenching, especially because my father has like dementia, has Alzheimer's, and I don't know, these things, obviously, whenever you watch something that you have some connection with somehow, some link to it, it will always play harder on you, and it will link harder on you. But what I was pleased to see is that this movie is getting some buzz. It's everyone that's seeing it seems to be very positive about it, and I've been seeing some top 10 lists, and it's coming up on people's top 10 lists, and I'm really, really happy. I think it's IFC that are pulling this out. Definitely gonna pick this one up. It's such a good film. Really, really enjoyed it, and I'm quite looking forward to give it a second watch to see. Now I know how it plays out, to kind of notice the little bits on where it starts to... You can tell when you're watching it that it starts to seep in to him and starts to overtake him a bit, this video. But you'll see more things, I think, the second time round, like you always do with films. But anyway, that's the end of my review. I can't even speak. Massively recommend this film. Please do check it out. It's fantastic. It's my number one of the year for 2020. Highly recommend it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you next week. Bye bye.